Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
First down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run on first down. Bolton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his sixth touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Mariota hands to Henry. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing is Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mariota on third and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be from 49 yards out. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Mike, 55. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On the double. Mike 55. Get ready. Smart.
On 1st down, Bolton. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them.
It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. All
tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the throw taken in by Chark. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Tennessee.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Single, outside. I got 11. Stay with your man. 26 minutes.
Mariota now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. They're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run on first down. Bolton, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. You get rock me. You get rock me.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got the first down and more past midfield, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bolton. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Mariota to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. 25.
Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Bolton, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bolton, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bolton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jarrell Casey. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.